This is Guillaume. He will be our third driver. Second driver. Well, perhaps you can quickly introduce yourself so the audience knows who you are and what is your role at the race.
Okay. All right. So hi, I'm Guillaume, and I will be driving here at the ESC in the name of Alpha Centauri. So it's a big honor, and it's really nice to be part of the drivers team. So yeah, I was also in Australia last year, but not as a driver, but more as a logistic and mechanical team. Exactly. That's about me.
In general, how is it to drive a solo race car?
I mean, it's not as if you are driving a go-kart. You have to be very predictive. You have to recuperate quite in advance and leave the gas also, like to stop accelerating early enough. Also, the vision is not great. I mean, you have quite some deformation when you're looking through the canopy. And also regarding other teams, we have long cars, 5 meters long, long braking distance if we are recuperating. So yeah, very predictive driving.
And what is the thing that takes most time to get used to when driving a solo race car?
So maybe this is specific for our car also, or maybe it depends on how the other teams build their canopy. But I would say that vision and estimating the distances is the thing that takes the most time to practice. Yeah.
And you said about recuperating, it takes a long time to brake with recuperating. How much of the braking do you recuperate, or is that just something you do in the straight part of the track, or do you do that constantly?
So basically, you recuperate before the turn. So you leave the gas. So you get out of turn. You press the gas. Then you leave it. You let the solar car roll, and then you start recuperating before the turn, and then you drive into the turn. Yeah.
And you're working in shifts, so there's no one driver driving for 24 hours. How does that work? How many drivers are you, and when do you change, and how much time do you have? How does it work?
Yeah. So basically, we have 6 drivers, and we have a night team and a day team. And day team, there are 3 drivers. We have stints of 2 hours each, and then we're gonna be charging the battery. It's planned for twice, so we're gonna try to charge the battery 2 times, but we are allowed to charge 3 times. So we're gonna be driving maybe a bit faster if we see that we have enough buffer, like enough time. Exactly, and then so yeah, there's also this night shift. Exactly, so it's about 2 hours per driver.
And you have when you say you want to change, do you have a specific time you have to? Are you time restricted, or do you have maybe a personal goal how quickly you want to change drivers?
Yeah, so basically also it is concerning now in I think about 30 minutes we will be changing drivers. There is a driver box, basically here organized by the Illumin European Solar Challenge, right in between the pits and the charging bay, and there you have 5 minutes. You have to be at least 5 minutes on the driver change boxes. Exactly. You can stay there 10 minutes, but I mean there's no point in this.
And what are you most nervous about?
Yeah. I mean during practice there was maybe 6-7 teams at a time. Now there will be 15. So let's see how this is going to be now on the track. Yeah. So basically also how other teams behave and how all the things will look like. Yeah.
And when are you driving? Are you the next driver, or are you driving up? And are you driving afterwards? How many times will you drive in your shift?
Yeah, so I will be driving now at 15 o'clock until 17. That's what is planned. And then I will be also driving tomorrow the last hour from 12 to 13 o'clock.
And for you, what's the most challenging part of the track? Which curve, or perhaps just in general?
Yeah, so the most challenging part of the track is the Villeneuve chicane. So it's the one after curve, let's say 7. So you get here behind the pit lanes, you have the straight line. Then you have this Thierry chicane, and then the track goes up. So you have an uphill, and then it goes downhill. and there the car quite accelerates quite a lot with the gravity. So you have to recuperate early enough and have not too much speed when you are reaching the hill. Yeah.
Yeah. And how confident do you feel about the results of Alpha Centauri?
Yeah, well, at the beginning I was a bit skeptical, but now with talking strategy, like right now by talking a bit with strategy, they noticed that we were using less energy than they thought we would be using, and the sun is also playing a good role. So the sun is with us, like in Australia. So we have a good piece of luck also with us. So yeah, I think now I'm a bit more optimistic. Yeah.
Since this is an endurance race, you have to drive efficiently. But is this like mainly a technical thing, or is that also a lot a result of the driver's way of driving?
I think it's a combination of both. I mean, if the car behaves badly, so if the recuperation is, for instance, very bad, or the acceleration is also not behaving as it should, then I mean the driver can be as good as he wants. It will be a pain. But I mean the driver also has huge responsibilities to try to not use the mechanical brake at all, because this is just energy loss and energy which goes into the wind. So I mean it's a combination of both. The basic is the technical, so to have a good having a good car and a reliable car is the basis of everything, and then the driver needs to drive as efficient as possible.
And how did you train for the race? Did you train before even coming to Belgium? And did you train during, or I mean not during the race, but just before the race, but in Belgium?
Yeah, so basically we had sim racing on the circuit of Zolder. I think that was in June. And then there were also several practice sessions right before the competition, where they also tested the car. So it was like here, it was just technical team and drivers in parallel testing their things. And now we had also some testing sessions yesterday, so we had 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the night.
That's about it. We'll proceed with the audience questions. What is the maximum speed you're driving?
So right now the technical team has restricted the speed to 80 kilometers per hour maximum, but we won't even drive that fast. It doesn't make any sense, because else you have to recuperate way too early or way too fast. So I think maybe it's going to be 65, 70 in the straights, depending on how comfortable I will feel.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about the track?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, it's maybe the most boring part. I mean, the most interesting part is, I would say, the curve here. So the curve 1, 2, and 3 when you drive here out of the pit boxes and here out of the starting line. But the best part, I would say, or the part you enjoy the most is when you drive here straight and you see all your friends winking at you. So that's, I would say, this is the fun part. Yeah.
Do you have to do anything else besides changing drivers, doing a pit stop?
Not a lot. I mean, I'm a reserve driver, so the driver which comes afterwards has to stay in the pit in case the driver driving right now is not feeling well or whatsoever. I also have to charge the radios and communication stuff, but that's it, basically. Yeah.
Thank you. There are no more questions from the audience, and we're also done with the interview. So I thank you very much. I wish you the best of luck and a lot of success. Yeah, good luck with the driving.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel.
Goodbye. All right, let's check positioning. Inoptus is still number 1 with 23 laps, followed by Sunwang Aachen in position number 2 and 3 with their 2 cars.